Take a seat on your mat and just close your eyes. Any way you want to sit with your legs is fine. And I just want to read you a quote to start class. So take your mind to your breath, slow it down, inhale, belly rises, exhale, sigh it out. You're in your own house, you can make that sigh as loud as you like. Inhale. Ah. Inhale. Ah. Third one we do collectively together. Find our energy as one body. Inhale. Ah. So as we begin class, if anybody has joined that I don't know, my name is Therese, and we'll be doing an hour of gentle yoga. With your eyes closed, meditate on this. Ships don't sink because of the water around them. Ships sink because of the water that gets in them. Don't let what's happening around you get inside and weigh you down. So you know you're not in your normal space right now. Everybody's under stress. And it's up to you to try to bring this all into perspective. So as you draw your hands into heart center, think of a mantra for today's practice. Drop the stress that is around you and just focus on the breath, focus on that mantra, and focus on finding healing and peace inside of you. As you find that mantra and it comes to you, place it in an I am statement. I am health, I am peace, I am love, I am joy. I am harmony, I am forgiveness. And keep bringing that mantra feeling back towards your body. With every single breath we take, with every shape we make, that mantra is going to move through you. We'll start our practice with one chant of Om. In breath. Om. Gently open your eyes. We'll begin on our mats with our belly down, our legs long, and our palms on top of each other. So we have palm over palm. Elbows out wide to the sides, and forehead resting on the top palm. Wiggle your tail a little bit, settle in, get your pubic bone to find the ground. Get your thighs to fire up. You can have your legs with ankles together, or you can spread your legs a little wider into a V shape. It might be a V that is just a small V, or if you want to go as wide as the mat, go as wide as the mat. Keep engagement through the legs and lengthening through the great toe side of your foot. As you soften down through the shoulders, broaden them wide, and just breathe into your back body. Your back body, right between the shoulder blades, is where your heart space lives. Your back body, just under the ribs, is where your two kidneys lie. They're working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Breathe into them, soften, relax. Notice it's a very different feeling when you're on your belly and you're breathing than when you're on your back, seated or standing. You've got to work against that resistance that the belly has to work against when you breathe into the belly. As you fire through your thighs and push your pubic bone down, let's move ourselves up onto our forearms for our Sphinx pose. Sphinx is palms flat, fingers wide, shoulder and elbow in the same line, or shoulder and elbow a little bit off line by bringing elbows forward. You can always open those legs a little bit further wide so that you find a little less back bend. So drop your shoulders down your back, pull energy towards you through your hands. Continue to press that pubic bone down as you breathe in and breathe out. Head will turn to the right side, looking over your shoulder with eyes opened or closed. Head comes center. Take it to the left side and head to center. Chin drops to chest. Shake out your head right and left. Just let yourself be. And then bring your face back up to center. Fingers are going to walk long in front of you and find the fingertips. Drop your chest toward the mat. Take your left leg out to the side, it's 90 degrees, or you can put the sole of the foot to the inside of the right leg. Staying up on your fingertips, let's take right arm and sweep it under the left, all the way down to the shoulder, and then start to open up your arm on the left to open up wide to the side. You'll feel that the chest is opening. The arm may not find the ground, but that's okay. Just find the stretch. Find the peace inside the stretch. As the shoulder blade squeezes down on the left toward the waistband, the front of the chest opens up. And we do a lot of sitting and that rounding that happens when you sit at your computer, at your car, eating your dinner, eating your breakfast, whatever food, meals you're taking in. You might not be sitting up as tall as you could be, so this helps open you up, works some posture muscles. And gently move back out of this. Keep that leg bent as you move the body back into Sphinx pose. Forearms again down to the floor. And then drop your chest down. Take arms wide to the sides. They're still in 90 degrees. And when your chin touches the mat, decide if turning your head towards your bent knee feels good, which is less intense, or turning your head away from the bent knee, which is more intense. So your choice of which way to turn your neck to allow the best stretch for you. I'm not going to put my head down. Well, maybe I can on this side. It's just the microphone. I don't want to wreck this setup here. So I'll try to be very mindful of that, but your head is resting on the mat. You're doing an asymmetrical work inside your sacroiliac joint, so it's going to feel good in your low back. And then bring yourself back up onto that set of forearms. You're back in Sphinx, and you'll sweep that left leg down to meet the right leg. Bring yourself back down into crocodile, which is palm over palm, and shake out your tail. Just shake it out, let it go, relax, release. Notice the body, how it feels. Notice the breath if you're finding that soft, slow, meditative breath. And then work those forearms back up into Sphinx. Shoulder width apart, palms flat, fingers wide, and you're drawing energy towards your body through your hands, pulling towards you as that motion will allow your chest to lift, your breastbone to lift. Your chin stays neutral and your head moves back. We'll turn our head to the left side, look over that shoulder, eyes opened or closed. We come back through center, exhaling to the right side. We move back through center, chin drops to the chest, shake out the head, and come back up through center. Fingers are going to lengthen out again down towards the fingertips. As you bring your right leg out to the side, it's at 90 degrees. Soften into that right leg, let it be resting. And then move those left fingers underneath you, sliding your arm under the right one, left arm under right. Settle into that left shoulder. Sweep the right arm up and open. One side may open more than the other. Just be okay with where your arm lands. It can hang in the air. If that doesn't feel real comfortable, you can move it back and forth. You can come in and out of this shape instead of a static hold. Find your breath, soften into that stretch. Breathing deep. Notice if you're holding unconscious tension in any of the joints. Your toes may be crinkled up. Your jaw may be tight. Relax, release, and let go. Remember, the water is around the ship. We're not letting the water in the ship. We're doing yoga to find some normalcy in our stress level. We're going back to baseline as we work the yoga practice. And then as you move back out of this pose, you're moving back onto forearms for Sphinx. Take that Sphinx for a moment here, then widen those arms out to the sides. Let your chest rest on the mat. When the chin drops and touches the mat, remember to turn your head to one side or the other, whichever one feels better. You might be looking at your leg, you might be looking away from your leg. It's all about what you need today is where you take this practice. Soft breath in, soft breath out. Coming back to your forearms for that final Sphinx pose, a little tongue twister there. We'll draw that right leg back to meet the left. Two legs are now together and long on your mat as you take those hands back into crocodile with elbows wide, palm over palm. Rest your forehead on that back of the top hand and shake out your tail. Moving your hands down by your sides with palms turned up. Head will turn to the right. Rest it down. Bend into two knees and windshield wiper the legs. Turn just your head to the left and start to circle those bottom legs. And then one more time, turning to the right, reverse your circle. And then coming back to center, lower those legs down. Place your palms underneath you so you've got elbow tips to the sky. Sit back towards a child's pose. Let those great toes touch. Let those knees spread wide. Allow the body to just melt right between those legs, resting your palms forward if you like, hands down in front of you. resting palms on your low back or down by your sides. Let that forehead drop towards the mat, and if it doesn't touch, please use 2 fists underneath it. You can use a block underneath it. You can use a small towel underneath your forehead. Just allow your forehead to touch something to connect with Mother Earth. As you lengthen and push your hips back, you're working your seat towards your feet. Not needing to touch the hips to the heels, though you're working to stretch the spine as long as your body allows. Stay up on spider fingers, and 2 hands will walk all the way right as you sit that left hip towards the ground. Keep your forehead touching the mat. Keep your breath flowing. Maybe the left hand palm will move on to the back of the right hand, and you'll find a little deeper stretch. Feel that you're stretching your hip down towards your heel as your waistline is lengthening and your fingertips are reaching further away from you. And then walking back through center, we sit back toward the heels. You've gathered space. Enjoy pressing into that space and opening up a little bit more into your flexibility. Working those fingers over to the left side. We work that right hip back down towards the heel. We soften our forehead down to the mat. We settle into the breathing. And when you have settled in, and if you feel you'd like a little more, right palm goes to the back of the left hand, and then you sit that right hip down even further down towards your heel. Remember, it's about finding that Goldilocks intention, just the right place for you. Not too much, not too little. That's when your energy will flow the best, is when you take it to where it is the best for you, challenging your body, not struggling through anything. Walk back through center, fingertip, 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 all the way to center. Sit back toward those heels. Breathe in, breathe out. And then bring yourself up into table, hands and knees. Placing those palms flat, no cupping under the palms. Placing those fingers wide, and your shoulder, your elbow, and your wrist are in one straight line. We use the tail to find the cat-cow, so press the tail up to let the belly drop to allow the heart and head to lift. Take your time as you curl that tail under. You round the spine, chin goes to chest, shoulder blades broaden out, and you really feel a stretch. Bring it back into your cow, taking time to push the tail up. Let the body adjust itself. Once the tail is pressed up, the spine will do that nice nice extension, and we'll have a good reach of our chest up towards the sky. And then the rounding gives you that flexion of the spine. We draw those shoulder blades wide. We draw the chin to the chest. One more time, take that cow pose. Beautiful shape for your body to work through each day. One more time, take that cat pose, round it out. Coming back to a neutral tabletop position, your left shoulder will pull towards your right hip. Left shoulder will pull towards your left hip. Squeeze it tight. That would have been a real treat. Come back through center, and right shoulder pulls towards the right hip. Look towards the right side. Come back and forth a few times, squeezing into one side body as you lengthen into the other. Your breath, your movement. Once you've finished the right side, come back into neutral. We'll sit back, turning our body towards a seated position So whatever's good for you, maybe that's crossed legs, maybe that's not. I just want to work your hands out a little bit here. So your palms will be in prayer right at your heart. Take those palms to open up towards you and the outer blades of your hands to touch. Then the backs of the hands touch, fingers point towards your body. Drive those fingers all the way down, forward, come back to prayer at your heart space. Open to the outer blades of the hands. You're looking at pages of a book. Take it to the backs of the hands, fingers face towards your body. Drop them down, out, all the way to long elbows, and then back into prayer and pull the thumbs to heart. One more time. It's just a nice wrist release, opening the pages of a book. The backs of the hands touch. The fingers drive towards your body, then down to the floor, pushing away, and then coming back into heart. Breathe in, breathe out. We'll come back onto table, hands and knees. We'll walk our hands up so that we are up on our knees. Take two arms up to the sky, look up toward those palms and drop your hands into heart. Again, we lift up, we reach up, we look up, we drop hands into heart. Our third one, we reach up, we look up, we stretch, and we can sigh it out. Ah. If you're using a block, place it to the right side of your body by your hip. Extend your left leg long. Your toes can face directly off of that knee that's to the sky, or you can rotate the toes forward in front of you. Your choice. If those toes are facing directly off of your body, you can work up into that heel. So pull toes up and press the heel down. You'll feel a big stretch through the back of the hamstring. Two arms are going to lift high to the sky, and your left arm is going to move down onto that left leg with palm up. Your right arm stretches over the top. This is gate pose. Your lungs are opening top to bottom, front to back, and side to side. Breathe in, breathe out. And then bring two arms back to the sky. Heel can be staying into the earth with toes up, or you can drop the toes down. It's your choice. Right fingers are going to come to floor or a block. Blanket something over to the right side as you stretch the left arm over the top. Breathe here. Open up your chest. Open up your side. Open up your mind. Push through the fingers. Lift all the way back up. Two palms come together. They drop into heart. Bend into that bent left leg so you've got a nice 90 degree with that leg. Open your arms wide to the sides and look over that left knee, those left fingertips, the palm is facing down. It's a warrior shape in a modification. We drop the forearm to the thigh. We reach over the top with that right arm. Stay bent in the front knee as you take those right fingertips down to the floor or the block. Keep that knee bent. Track that knee over the toes as you reach the left arm over the top. We'll move forward back to the thigh. Soft rest of the forearm on the thigh as we reach that right arm over. And back fingertips to the floor with the right fingers down and left arm over the top. Last time, forearm to thigh, reach and lengthen, nice. And last time, fingertips down to the floor, left arm reaching over the top. Push into the floor with your left foot and the right shoelaces as you bring two arms up to the sky. Palms touch, hands move to heart space, and that left knee draws into the body. We stay on the knees and 2 arms come high. Take it halfway down, pull the shoulders back in the shoulder sockets, palms facing the ground like they're laying on a tabletop. Sit back in your Z shape, relax the shoulders, fire these thigh muscles up. Take the thumbs up, arms come wide, arms come in, arms come wide, arms come in. Last one, arms wide. Last one, arms in. Bring your body vertical and hands to heart. Take yourself down to child's. Sit back, relax, release, let go. Work a little bit of movement in your child's pose if you'd like. Whatever you feel relaxes your back, releases any tension that those shapes may have created, you want to let that go with a counter shape and a nice gentle shape. So push back with those fingers, then let the palms rest. If you can keep forearms off the mat, it's a little bit more engaging for your child's pose. Breathe in, breathe out. And then walking hands back underneath you so you can press your hips back to table, and then all the way up to a vertical spine with your knees on the ground. We've got side 2. Your block will go on the left side if you're using a block or any type of prop. 2 arms come high, reach them up, palms together, sigh it out as you come through center. Again, lift up, reach up, stretch your side bodies. Arms overhead is a beautiful shape to take. Keep yourself away from frozen shoulder. Last one up. Hands to heart. And with hands at heart, we take the right leg out. The right leg is coming long. I can turn around this way if it might be better for you. The right leg is long. The toes can be straight away, or the toes can move forward towards the front of your mat. If your toes are straight away off your leg, you can pull the toes up off the ground and balance on the heel. And your body faces forward. 2 arms will come high to the sky. And your right arm will be palm up as you work all the way over that right leg. Left arm is up and over the top. Looking up toward those fingers if you'd like. Breathe in, breathe out. Remember, you're lengthening and strengthening your body with every single breath. 2 arms come back high to the sky. Fingers on the left find the floor or your prop as you reach the right arm over. Keep kicking through that right leg as you lengthen that right side body. Breathe in, breathe out. Pressing through this, bring it back up to the sky. 2 palms will touch, hands will drop into heart, and that right knee will bend. Look at your own leg. Are you at 90 degrees with your knee and your ankle? And are your toes pointing in the same direction as your knee? When you feel that, you have hands at heart. You open up your arms wide for a big stretch, and then turn to look in that warrior shape over your front palm. Drop your shoulders down your back. Keep lifting up through your pelvic bowl. And then forearm finds the thigh with a soft landing. Left arm reaches over the top. Stretch it out. And then fingertips find the floor on that left side or your prop as the right arm reaches over the top. We come back and forth a few times with this. Forearm to thigh, reach and lengthen. Left fingertips down, right arm up and over. Always doing what's best for you. You may be wanting to just hold the warrior. This is our last one. Forearm to thigh, fingertips tips reaching over the top. And our last one, bringing it back all the way to the ground. Coming back up towards the sky, reach it up. Palms come down into your heart space. And bring your knee back into your body. Lift 2 arms high to the sky, reach it up. Palms come halfway down. Turn those thumbs up, sit back, and let's go up and down. Vertical movement as you find your Z shape. Up and down, up and down. Breathe in, breathe out. And then all the way back up, reach high. 2 palms come together and allow them to come into your heart. I'm going to turn back to the front of my mat and take it down to child's pose. Sit back into child's shape. Stretch it out. And then softly run through table position to bring that right leg forward. Curl the left toes under, bring the left leg forward. You are standing in a forward fold. Knees are bent so that you can get your chest, lower abdominal area towards your thighs. Rest your head down and be mindful of your body. So with yourself folded upside down, you can bend into 2 knees, right, left, a gentle shake of your head side to side or up and down. Just be mindful of your body. We don't want any water in the ship, remember. Not adding stress, we're letting go. We bring our great toes to touch. We sit back in our chair. We lift 2 arms high to the sky, all the way up. Take it into a 90 degrees. Close those arms, palms and elbows. Open it wide. Close them, palms and elbows, squeezing. Open it wide. Last one, palms and elbows, squeezing. Lift up high to the sky. Good. Keep those arms up high. Interlace fingers, pointer releases. Take your feet where you like distance-wise between them, and we will torso twist our body in a circle. Just move around from the upper body. Come back to the sky with those fingers high, and then reverse your circle. Big motion around. Come back up to the sky, reach it high. Bring your hands down into heart center. Roll from the toe tips to the heels, back and forth. Roll through the feet. So you're going up on the toes, up on the heels, back and forth, back and forth. Just move and wake up those feet. Staying at the front of your mat with arms out wide to the sides, we're working a balancing shape, taking our great toe to touch the heel and use one fingertip to your nose. I like to use the opposite fingertip of the toe that's moving, but it is your choice how you'd like to do it. It'll feel natural to you, whatever you choose. Once you get to the end of your mat, let's come back forward. Keep your eyes still and steady. Keep your shoulders nice and relaxed down your back as you move forward, back to the front of your mat. All right, you passed the test. Let's sweep it up to chair pose. Lift it up, reach it high. And then sweep it down past your body. Let your chest rest on your thighs. Look down towards the floor. Sweep it up to chair pose, lift it up, sweep it down, rest your chest on those thighs with very deep bend in the knees. One more time up to chair, reach it high. Lengthen and strengthen as you straighten up to the sky. Let's take that right arm and drop it down, left arm over the top. Lift back up, take left arm down your side, right arm over the top. Keep your shoulder pulled back on the arm that's reaching. Back up to the sky, right arm down, left arm over. All the way back up. Last time, left arm down, right arm over. And back up to the sky. Let's take hands behind our back. You want to place those heels of the hands on the hip bones, the outer blades of the hands together, and then draw the elbows back. Lift the breastbone high, push the hips down to lift up and out of this. Push the hips down. Inhale back to vertical, take arms wide, nice bend of the knees as you gently roll down toward the mat. Once your head is down, feel it. Take the half lift, stretch up. Exhale, take a fold. Right hand stays on the right side, floor block, right knee bends, and left arm comes out like a wing. Bring the crown of your head a little more forward as you sweep into a twist with your spine to lift your left arm up. Once the arm is all the way extended, I might lose my microphone. Your head can turn to look up at that extended left arm. Your right hand is on the mat. Mine is not because I'm holding the microphone onto my head. And cartwheel that left arm down. Let your head go. Let the tension release. Maybe rock a little forward and back from toes to heels here. And then gently find the soles of the foot. Take your half lift, stretch it out. Exhale to fold. Move your prop to the left side if you're using one for your left hand. Left knee bends. Get the crown of the head moving forward. Get your hip behind you and right arm out to the side. From that position, when the spine makes the twist, the right arm will lift, lift, lift. Reach it up. Breathe in, breathe out. Again, my left hand is off the mat, yours is down. And then we cartwheel that right arm back to the ground. We take our half lift. We exhale and fold. Soft bend in the knees to round this up all the way up to the sky. Two palms will touch. Two hands will drop down into heart space. And feel your body. How do you feel in this moment? Inhale and exhale. Moving to the right side of your mat. Toes forward. We take a step back for a warrior one. So it's a big step back with our left leg. Angle the heel behind you and the toes outward towards the outside edge of your mat as you start to bend into front knee. You want the hips to be square, so put your hands on your hips and see if they actually are square. If they're square, you'll be able to be feeling that pull of that right hip back and left hip towards the front of the mat. And then two arms can lift high to the sky. Really fire up into that back leg. The outer blade is pushing into the ground. You keep a softness through the shoulders. And then we take those arms 90 again, like we did with chair pose. We're going to close them and open them. Close them and open them. Last one, close them. Last one, open them. Reach them back to up to the sky. Two palms touch, hands come into heart, and a gentle movement of the back foot up just to be able to straighten the front leg. So it's still on the outer edge of the mat, but two legs are now straight. Hips, do you feel that they're straight? Equal weight in the feet, shoulders back, arms come wide, and take it halfway down. Navel draws back into backbone so that you can feel that engagement back there, and then begin to take it left hand down, right hand up to the sky for your revolve triangle. Keep the weight equal in the legs. Keep the hips equal. Cartwheel that right arm down. You're in pyramid pose. Let your chin drop down into your chest. Let your head drop to your knee. And let your body feel the hips pushing up towards the sky, the tail moving up. Bring those right toes off the floor. Drive the heel into the mat for a little deeper stretch. And then lower that right foot back down. Let's walk hands to the inside, and we're working to the long edge of the mat, turning right toes in, left toes are coming out, and long. All right, once you settle into the long edge, the two sets of toes move inward, heels are outward, and head is hanging. You're just enjoying a wonderful relaxation, stretching into the outer edges of the feet all the way up the outer legs, pushing hips, spreading sits bones. Hands will find those legs somewhere low, anywhere below the knees if you can. Hike your body to the right as you bend the right knee, shift all the weight right. Come through center. Take it left knee bend, stretch out that right leg, bring all the weight to the left, and work it back and forth one more time. Bent right leg, shift the weight right, extend the left, and then bent left leg, shift the weight left, extend the right. Coming back through center, hands find the ground, and gently start to bend into knees and roll your body all the way back up. Two palms will come up towards the sky. The palms will touch. You reach, you lengthen, you look up there, and hands drop into heart center. Soft inhales, soft exhales. We'll heel toe the feet together. We'll bring our body up towards the front of the mat again, a quarter turn to the left side of the mat with hands at heart or hands at hips. We find that we are grounded by rolling through the toes to the heels, and just feel that energy. And then find that flat foot on the mat, stepping the right foot back. Now remember, we're going warrior, so it's a deeper, longer stretch. It's about one length of your leg between the front heel and the back leg here. So with hands on the hips, the heel is in, the toes are pointing outward. We find the stretch. Find that knee bend. It's knee over ankle. Knee is facing over that second toe. Can you feel the hips? The right one pulling towards the front of your mat, the left one pulling to the back of the mat. Then two arms lift to warrior shape. Soften through the shoulders. Take that 90-degree saguaro. Hold the warrior if you can as you close it and open. Close it and open. Last one, close it. Last one, open. And then we'll reach it back up to warrior one, continuing to pull that right hip forward, left hip back, grounding through the outer blade of that right foot, firing into that right leg. And then hands come together, drop them into heart or take them to your hips. As you straighten the front leg, bump the back leg up just a little bit. so that you've got still on your pair of skis, no surfboards. And we take the arms out wide, take the body long. Remember, you're pushing your tail back. You're trying to level out your hips here. This is not an easy one. You're looking down towards the floor. The feet have equal weight. And take that right hand inside, left hand up, and we find the revolve triangle shape. Continue to put weight equal in the feet. Continue to breathe. When you're ready, look down with your eyes first. The left hand finds the floor. You're in pyramid pose. Two knees remain straight. Chin is working towards your chest. Nose is working towards your knee. And your body is working towards finding peace in this shape. If you did pull those toes off the floor on side one, you may want to work that on side two as well. Just getting more stretch through the back of that left leg. And then drop that foot back down to the floor. You'll start to turn those left toes in. You'll start to work those right toes to come to the center of your mat. I'm going to turn around forward again. Your wide legs, toes in, heels out. Let your head hang, shake it out. Gentle bend of the knees and roll this all the way back up. Two arms will come high to the sky and two palms will come into heart. With your legs long, you feel the firing through these outer muscles and grounding through the outer blades. You take arms wide. Breathe in, breathe out. We take a half fold here. Draw navel back in and take those fingers on the right hand down to the floor and left hand up to the sky. Mine may be backwards from yours because I did turn my mat around, turn my body around a little bit on the mat, but your right fingers are down, your left ones are up. And then as you look down, replace the right fingers with the left and move the right arm out like a wing, get long, and then reach that arm to the sky. Then take a gaze up towards that set of fingers. Reach the energy outward. And one more time, we switch hands. And it really doesn't matter which hand you are working, first or second, just so we do two on each side. Keep pushing your tail back. Last one here. Fingers down, fingers up, twist and gaze. And then once you come back to the mat, let your head hang, shake it out, releasing, relaxing, letting go. Inhale and exhale. Walk those fingers long away from you. Push your hips far away behind you and lengthen out your spine. Your biceps are close to your ears. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your breath is flowing. We are working ourselves back down to a normal basic stress level in our body. Fingers walk back through center. Take fingers behind you and walk them all the way through your legs. Let your chin drop down, your head drop down. The top of your head is facing the floor. You're looking through your legs, maybe with closed eyes because you'll see more. Breathe in, breathe out. And then softly walk your hands back into a neutral center position. Gentle bend in the knees. Fire into those legs as you roll up. Use your core. Two arms come high. Hands will touch overhead. Hands will drop into heart space. Heel toe the feet back together again. And then turn to the front edge of your mat. Walk up to the front of your mat. Take a Tadasana, mountain pose. Just feel the energy moving through your body. Feel the body just opened up, ready to receive, ready to let go. We'll bring 2 arms high to the sky. Take it 90 degrees for that saguaro back bend, or you can take it behind your back if you would rather, and open up your chest to the heavens. Inhale back up, take arms wide, gentle bend in the knees, and lower yourself down. Take your half lift. Exhale, fold. Take your right leg back, runner's lunge. Choose to work that leg as far back as you can, monitoring your knee is over ankle and your knee points forward over your second toe. So this lunge can be done in knee lifted position, or knee can drop down and sole of the foot to the sky with the shoelaces on the mat. Either way, it's your choice. So you're in your runner's lunge. Breathe in, breathe out. Now everybody drop the knee if you haven't done so, and flatten out the toes, flatten out the shoelaces, and work your hands onto your thigh. Soften into the shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out. Pushing that right hip forward again, left hip behind you. And possibly reach right arm up to the sky, possibly reach left arm to the sky. Take that 90-degree saguaro, push those hips down as you open to your back bend. Inhale up to vertical, 2 arms reach high, 2 arms reach low. Right hand stays inside that left foot. Left knee works its way towards that right armpit as you take the left arm out like a wing. Then the twist happens and the spine moves the arm to the sky. Maybe your gaze follows that reach. Right hip is still pulling towards your head, left hip away. Cartwheel the arm down, sit back towards your heel, stretch out those toes to the sky, pulling them towards your shin to allow that stretch. And then place that left foot back to the mat, curl the right toes under. Actually, I think we're going to walk this around. I think it'd be easier to walk it around to the other leg. So when we get to the back side of our mat, we'll bring our right leg forward. We're on our back left knee here now. Or you can pick up that leg and be in runner's lunge with right leg forward, knee over ankle, knee over second toe. Or the knee can be on the ground of the left with the left leg. Breathe here, just stretch it out, keep pulling right hip back, left forward, and then softly drop that left knee down if it's not there already. Hands come to your thigh. Left arm will reach up to the sky. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Find the softness of the shoulders and then drop into the 90. Right hip pulling back, left hip forward. Open to the back bend if that's a good place for you to go. Then back to vertical, 2 arms high, 2 arms low. Your knee is down if you weren't there already. Left hand is on the inside of the right foot. Your right knee's pulling toward that left armpit as the right arm comes out like a wing. Your body starts the spinal twist. Your arm reaches up. Breathe. You take a look back down as the arm makes it to the floor. You sit back towards your back heel. Draw those right toes forward, forward, forward. Drop your chest to your thigh, your nose towards your knee. Stretch it out. Sole of the foot comes back to the floor. Bring that right leg back to meet the left. And take a seat on your mat facing forward. Just turn yourself around to face the forward front edge of your mat with long legs. Pull the flesh away from the sits bones. Kick through the heels, 2 arms lift high. Lengthen out and just stretch it low. Pulling that heart all the way towards the toes. Lengthening out of the waist. Using this openness that we've created to come a little bit deeper into the stretch. Then bring that navel back in if you've lost it. 2 arms come back up, hands drop into heart, and we'll work ourselves toward the mat. All the way down, keep heels down. Once you're on the mat, body nice and long. Let's take our right knee toward our chest, give it a hug and squeeze. And then bring that right leg over to the left as you move that left hip underneath you. Looking over your outstretched right arm. And coming back to center with that right knee in towards your chest. Extend that right leg to the sky. Point and flex your ankle a few times. Roll out your ankle. Reverse the rotation. And then soften that right leg all the way down to the mat. Left leg comes into the body. Give it a hug and squeeze with fingers either wrapped around the shin or wrapped around the hamstring. And then hike that right hip underneath you as you move the left knee across your body to the right side. Extend the left arm out like a wing off your heart. Use your right hand to press that right knee down a little bit further. Breathe in, breathe out. If you'd like to turn your head, turn it towards that extended left arm and find peace in this moment. Remember, the only time the ship sinks and the stress level gets too high is when you allow water in the boat. Don't let the water come into the boat. Take time for yourself. Take time and be aware. You're always wearing your mask. You're washing your hands. You're taking your yoga classes. You're taking your walks. You're finding peace in the beauty of the outdoors. Maybe peace in just a small child you might see out on your walk or something, birds, nature, anything. Just find peace. Draw that left knee back into your chest. Give it a hug. Give it a squeeze. And then it comes all the way up to the sky, and you point and flex through the ankle. You roll out the ankle. You roll it out the other way, and you float that left leg down to meet the right. And just find symmetry by pulling 2 knees into chest. Give yourself a hug and squeeze with your arms around the shins or around the hamstrings. And maybe you're able to touch those elbow tips. Rock a little side to side and prepare yourself for your final rest, your Shavasana. You're going to take one limb out at a time, reach it long, open up the shoulders right and left, turn the palms upwards. Breathe into each part of the Shavasana as you take it. Breathe in to the peace that you find in the Shavasana. If you would like to stay in your Shavasana longer, please feel free to do so. There is no need to come out of it if you're in a very good spot and you just want to follow your breath and luxuriate in the final resting shape. If you're moving forward, it's a deep breath in through the nostrils. Pull the mantra in with the in-breath and exhale, sweeping away all not serving that mantra. Fingers and toes will begin to wiggle. Ankles and wrists will move. The jaw wriggles out and the head turns from side to side. Realize the open energy channels in your body are ready to receive that mantra, the full feeling of that mantra. As you stretch one arm long behind you, you roll on towards that side to rest your head on that outstretched arm. The knees are bent, you're in a fetal position. And you're realizing how different you feel because of a change in your stress level from the beginning of class to the end. Softly pressing yourself up to a comfortable seat. Closing your eyes if you open them to get to the seat. And draw two palms together into heart space. Let the thumbs graze your heart. With the thumbs grazing the heart, you'll feel that mantra moving through those thumbs and into the universe on our final chant of Om. In breath. Om. Let's all keep the water out of the ship. The ship stays sailing. The stress stays at a normal baseline level, and we don't allow water in. No water in the ship. No added stress for what's going on. Just find peace and harmony inside yourself. Thanks for joining me today, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.